Hi everyone, a very warm welcome back to MEC-TEC. As you can see today, we're at our Delorean meet and we have got a few jobs to do. Now one big job we're doing, or they're doing I should say, which they've already started, is a clutch in Ryan's Delorean on the car park floor. So let me spin you around and we'll go and have a look and see what they're doing. Sorry about the wind noise everybody, but as you can see we've got a nice turnout of DeLoreans, got 4 there, got the old Capri out. Got another few DeLoreans, nice Lotus, Tesla. So let's have a walk over here and we'll see what they're up to. As you can see, that DeLorean is Ryan's up in the air over there. I was going to film all this process, but unfortunately they started it before I got here yesterday. They're actually taking the gearbox out already and they are doing the clutch. It's been slipping on Ryan for a while and obviously needs sorting out. So there we go. They've actually got the whole gearbox out already. You can see under there, there's no gearbox in there at all now. And someone has actually moved the gearbox and we don't know where they put it, they're messing around. So hopefully the gearbox will be returned in a little while and we can get it put back in again. It should be an interesting process, just going to get a new clutch put in. Looks like it's got a Valio clutch under there. So there's the old clutch. Hang on a second, I'm using a new phone holder and it's a motorised thing, so it takes a little while to scan down. That's the clutch that was in it, which as you can see is absolutely knackered down to the rivets almost. So yeah, I'll come back to you in a minute.
It's not too bad.
Dan's sitting up under here now, look. Say hello Dan. Hello, you're on video.
Oh great, thanks for that.
He's just putting the rear main seal in. It's a new one on the floor there. Yeah, go and have a little go, it's on there. Where's the old one?
There we go, got the old one out.
Oh yeah.
Got a nice new one down there ready to go in.
It's got the extra ridges on that one, hasn't it? Like a bit of ridges.
Connoisseur's choice.
Yeah, which is obviously a better seal because it's obviously more barriers for the oils past. So, gonna use the old one to put the new one in, aren't you? And then get the new flywheel in.
That's it.
I'll just I'll show them the new flywheel. Hang on. Bit of teamwork on the camera today, guys. Ryan's here as well. Say hello, Ryan.
Hello.
We've got the new flywheel down here, which I've had skimmed.
Doing a bit of a rag.
It's in a bag at the moment, but you can see that's nice and machined. We've got a lovely machined flywheel to go back on. So, how many people have seen a clutch change on a DeLorean in a car park in Norfolk? I think that's probably a first. Now, we've done some things at these car meets as far as water pumps and all sorts of different repairs, but no one's ever done a clutch, so this is quite ambitious. Just to prove it to you, there's the gearbox over there, which is a little bit oily, to say the least. But there we go, so that's going to need a bit of a clean up I think by the looks of it. But yeah, so we'll get a bit more progress done and I'll come back to you. Little comparison, new to old. Hang on, I'm zoomed in, zoom out, there we go. Let's have a look at the thickness of them, mate, on the sides. It's a bit of a difference, isn't it? Look at that. New to old, so that should make a big difference to the drivability of the car. Hopefully it'll move. Yeah. It's always a good thing. Yeah. Dan's in there now, tapping in the new rear main seal. Is it being troublesome?
Yeah, it's just getting it started. It's the
tricky bit. He's using, as he did before when you would have seen on Dan's DeLorean, we're using the old one, or he's using the old one I should say, to knock the new one in. So, bit of a tricky process as far as getting it square, but once you get it started, as Dan just said, it's not so bad. Just a bit of patience and time and it'll be hopefully alright. I'll come back to you when we're putting the flywheel in. Right, well, as you can see I'm now involved under the car and just cleaning up the back of the gearbox. We've got the new rear main seal now in and the new pilot bearing is now in. Dan's looking for the new the old flywheel bolts. We've got a new flywheel to go in as I just showed you. Nick's holding the camera for me, well done Nick. Let's have that under here a second, I'll just show them Nick. There's the new flywheel. Yeah.
New flywheel, absolutely shiny.
Yeah. Right, machine, let's show them under here, it's just so more clean. Right. This is a joint effort between everyone filming today. There you go, that's the new rear main in, new pilot bearing in the back of the engine all cleaned, well majority of it clean. I've done most of it on the bottom here where it's all covered in oil. Got to do up the top there in a minute, just get as most of that off as we can. And also Ryan is cleaning the gearbox up that I just showed you, where it's covered in oil and whatever else, so he's sorting all that out. Get the flywheel in, get the clutch in, and hopefully get the gearbox back in. There's not masses of room under here, but it could be worse. So, and it's a nice sunny day, as you can see, so that's always good as well. Let's carry on. Right, all cleaned up, flywheel is now going on. Dan's got that. Dan, the breakdown man. That's what we used to sing. Hopefully it should just slot on nice. Do you want me to hold it while you get some bolts in it?
That's right.
You alright, yeah?
One in and a mirror. Good to go then.
Yeah. Anyone who says you can't change a clutch on the floor in a car park is lying. Obviously depends what car it's on, I suppose, but there are harder cars you could probably do. It's good, doesn't it? So we're going to get all that bolted on there, make sure it's all on seated properly and correct and everything else, and we'll come back to you when we're making a bit more progress. See you in a minute. There we go, Dan's just talking up those bolts on the flywheel there. You're doing about 55?
I think I'm on 55.
50 foot-pounds, it should be about 45, so we've done them slightly over just to make sure, just to be on the safe side. We're going to get that done and then we can get the new clutch in. Woohoo! Let's carry on. Right, Dan's just talking up the clutch bolts now. 40 newton, or 40 foot-pounds, 37 foot-pounds they should be. We're doing them at 40 just to be on the safe side. A little bit over. So that's a new clutch and pressure plate in. We've lined it up with the, actually got a primary shaft from a gearbox, whole gearbox there, look. We've actually used that to line the clutch plate, so that should be a nice easy fit when we put the gearbox in with any luck. So once this is torqued up, we can look at getting the actual gearbox back in. Top banana, let's carry on. How's it going, Ryan? Let's have a look. Cool, that's a bit of an improvement, look at that. Lovely and clean, well, say lovely and clean, so damn sight clean it was a minute ago.
Yeah. I don't think I'm going to get it much cleaner, to be honest.
That looks alright, mate, to be honest with you.
Alright, isn't it?
Yeah.
It'll do.
That'll be jubbly.
Yeah.
Clutch is all in, ready and waiting for you, mate.
Excellent. Wow.
Lovely. Right, we'll give this another little clean, and Dan's just swapping over the release bearing now, which goes on just like that. There you go, that was easy, wasn't it? Lovely. Lovely jubbly, as I say. They're all taking a mickey at me here today, saying top banana and lovely jubbly all the time, but it's got to be done. Got to have a catchphrase. Yeah, look, that's nice and clean in there now. Look at that. Spider on my head. Or was that your hair? One of the two. So we're going to get this back up under the car now and hopefully get it fitted back in. Be driving by lunchtime. Woo! Right, I haven't managed to film much of this, but as you can see now, gearbox is in, drive shafts are in, Dan's doing the gear linkage. My hands are completely black, so it proves I've been working. And that drive shaft's in over there as well. So we are basically ready to go. We put the slave cylinder back on the top, which is nestled up there. You can see that on the top there. Where that, if you follow that pipe up, that's where the slave cylinder goes to. Can you point to that, Dan?
There we go, up there.
That's the slave cylinder up there, so that's back on. And we are ready, I think, to hopefully have a little test of it. Let's carry on. Right, this is going to be the first start up since we put the clutch in it, and he's going to do a little test drive. Starter motor works alright.
Now, will it move?
Will it move? That's the question. Will it go into gear? Yep, it's in reverse. He had the hardly put, he took his foot off the pedal and nearly went through the floor. He's going to stall it now because he's not used to the clutch. Yeah, that's alright. What do you want to do? Go and go to first. It's what? It's really light. Is it? Well, the clutch works, that's a good start. And Ryan can't drive it now because he's not used to the biting point. Huh?
Basically, the clutch was right at the bottom.
Well, no, it's because it's new, isn't it?
Mine's fairly new, mine's not that low.
Right, we'll come back to you in a second. He's just going to check the. Oh, what are you doing, right? Just checking the level.
Yeah, just in case.
Oh, okay. I'll leave it running in. He's just got to move. He's just got to move Justin's car out the way. He's just stuck something on his number plate, but I'm not going to tell you what it is. Come on, it's only got 2 pedals. Right, that's that one out of the way. Go on then, Rye. That didn't sound good.
I reckon he's got air in the clutch.
Yeah.
Air in the clutch.
You might as well, because if you're going to be jogging it.
We'll have to bleed it, yeah. Alright, we'll come back to you in a second. Right, after a little bit of bleeding on the clutch, we seem to be alright. Ryan's just going to take it for a little drive up the car park and back to see what happens. Hard round, you're alright, mate. Seems to be. He's so not used to having a clutch, is he? Off he goes. Oh, Scotland, yeah. Let's hope you don't get a phone call in a minute saying he's broke down. Come back to you in a minute. I think he's coming back in again now. There he goes. Looks like it's alright. Well, he hasn't broke down yet anyway. Still going around the car park. So that is, Dan and Ryan got the gearbox out last night on Friday. What time did you start it, Dan?
It was about 4ish.
Started at about 4ish, finished at about 7? 5? No, 6ish, something like that. And then we've been on it about 4 hours today. So that's not bad going really. Let's go and see if he's alright. Feel alright? Excellent.
I got up to third.
That's alright. Got up to third.
Yeah, no, I'm going to get this change.
I'm going to quickly change. 15 minutes.
Yeah, 15 minutes, alright.
Right, that is job done. We're off to Arbuckles for some food.
Excellent work, boys.
So we're on our way to Arbuckles at the moment. Mrs. MEC-TEC's filming. See all the Deloreans. I'll give Mike a bit of a burn off, shall I? You see them all over there, do you know? All in a line. Caught them up. It's a good sight. Shame we're not in our DeLorean, but the Capri's a good second. And we've got the clutch working in right. Ooh, spitting everywhere. Got the clutch working in right, so that's alright. You got the back end out then. There's Miles. Is anyone else in front of these, you know?
No idea.
Got a few DeLoreans behind us and a few in front of us now. That can't be bad, can it? There you go. Breeze running lovely. We're always getting this micro, try and get in front of you. I'll have to do a bit of overtaking in a minute. Right, we'll come back to you when we get to Arbuckles. Rightio, just thought I'd do you a little walk around to the car park at Arbuckles. Obviously we've got the old Capri there, my one. Got the Lotus Esprit V8 of Alex's. This is, who's this? This is James RG's DeLorean. I can't name everyone's DeLorean, that's Miles' DeLorean. Miles on Cars, if you haven't seen his YouTube channel. I think that one, I'm not sure whose that one is. We've got a full Back to the Future one here, conversion. With the full works on it. And going around the car park, we've got plenty more DeLoreans. As I say, I can't name them all because off the top of my head. they're a bit hard to remember them all because they all look quite similar. As you probably imagine, that's Alex's. You've met Alex. You saw his Audi in one of my videos, the yellow Audi. We've got Ryan's car there, we did the clutch on, and it's working all right. That's Mr. T's car. Next to him, I'm not sure who these ones are down here. Off the top of my head, I know who they all are when they're near them, but not when they're not near them. If that makes sense. Mr. T's there. Let's say hello to Mr. T. Hang on.
Hi Mark, how you doing? MEC-TEC.
MEC-TEC, there you go. Yeah, I've got to get you in shot because it was too low. There we go. I'm just trying to get all the cars in. They've got cars.
Got your fuse?
Got my fuse. Yeah, I need a fuse. I think I need to keep a spare fuse in every car now, don't I? They all seem to need a fuse. So we've got Mike and Barry's 2 cars there. DMC 12N and FCC. We've got Alistair's black Delorean there, which you've seen before when I've done one of these walk-arounds at our meets before. Now, I do apologise if the camera goes the wrong way because I'm using one of these new phone holders that stabilises everything, and obviously it's getting used to the controls on it. So we've got a new car here. I haven't seen this one yet. This one looks like it's still on stilts, mainly because it's on the original US suspension. You can see how high it is. And now that's what they all come at the factory like, and obviously since then they've all been lowered. The majority of them have been lowered. This one hasn't been lowered yet, so that is what they stock height is. See how high it is on there? Yeah. That's the old 4x4 version, isn't it?
OEM, mate.
Oh yeah, that's what I just said in the video, yeah, OEM, yeah. You're right with me having this on video, I take it? Yeah. What happened to the rear quarter glass? Oh, it's in the garage at home, fair enough.
Just get a sheet and go, there you go.
Yeah. Read this please, because I've put up with telling everyone the same thing over and over again, yeah, probably, yeah. I'm Mike, sorry. I think we met, yeah.
Last time.
That's right, yes, I remember, yeah. Yep. I was going to say, it's the first time I've seen this car, I think.
Yeah, that's been tucked away in the garage.
Yeah, it's a shame it's not ELB, isn't it?
Or by BYE.
Yeah. ELB, metal brown, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, that'd been pretty cool, yeah. Walking into cars. Black interior, this one. Manual. Nice car, this. First time I've seen it. Nice to see another car at the meet, new one. So, we're going to head off now, back in the cars, obviously, back to the hotel. Probably do a few more techie stuff in the car park, I would have thought, and carry on from there. Right, this section is starring Miles from Miles on Cars YouTube channel. Make sure you check it out. He's doing a bit of door adjustment on Tom's car.
This is what happens at every meet.
It happens at every meet because Miles unfortunately told someone one day he was quite good at adjusting doors, in which case he got the job for everyone.
Well, that makes me sound arrogant.
No, no, mate, I didn't mean it like that. But he's adjusting the hinges up here and the catches down here, and obviously getting it all to line up, hopefully marvellously, like that. I won't tell you how long he's been out here doing it, but it's good and good. I'll let him carry on because otherwise it puts the pressure on. Right, we're back at Dad's, as you can see. We've got the Delorean here. Now I found out after I was at the Delorean meet this weekend that I could have actually brought this along because it is now MOT exempt, believe it or not. And the only reason I didn't take it is because I thought it needed to be tax exempt to be MOT exempt, but that's not actually the case. It can be MOT exempt without being tax exempt. So the Delorean missed out this weekend, unfortunately, but never mind. We're going to give it a start up just to keep it all moving and running. Just taking this battery charger off. Master switch on. When was the last time we started this, Dad? Don't know.
Months.
Months.
Christmas.
Christmas maybe we started this,
Yeah.
so a few months.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. That's not bad for a few months, is it? Every time it's like that. As long as you let the fuel pump pressurise, starts up that problem. Now we're going to let that warm up for a little while, just get a little bit of heat into it, and then we'll do the same with the Fiesta. That hasn't been started for even longer. So come back to you in a minute. Right, and we're going to get 2 for 2. This one on charge as well. Is the charger still on it? No. No, right, okay. So we should be able to just hopefully start this up. But as I said, this hasn't been started for a long while. It's full of cobwebs. That's not good. Chuck this for MOT up here, didn't I? Didn't I? Yeah.
That's probably the last time.
Eh?
That's probably the last time.
Last time it was started. If you remember the last time I had this MOT'd on video, or the video where the MOT was done, that was the last time this was started. It was probably about 4 or 5 months ago, maybe a bit longer. Manual choke on this, isn't it? See if it starts. We'll get the petrol pumped up, it's mechanical as well, as I said before. That battery sounds weak. It's never been on charge. Hey, there you go. That battery is about 8 years old now.
Yeah. It's 4 days started.
Yeah. There you go, 2 for 2. Lovely, lovely. One thing I was going to show you, found this in my granddad's garage when we cleared his garage out, and this was from when my uncle had one of these exact cars, same colour, and it is the original Ford bag, but when you take the sunroof out, it goes in in the boot so it doesn't get scratched, which I thought was really cool. And obviously these are obsolete now, you can't get them anywhere. It's like a foam inside to protect the corners. And obviously the same colour vinyl on the outside as what's on the back of the seats in the car. That's a really cool accessory to have. I was well chuffed about getting that. So I've got to give it a clean up. As you can see, it's been in the garage for a long time, but it's in perfect condition under the dirt. So I'm well chuffed about that. And it's running. Woo! Did you see? Right then, that is going to be it for this episode of MEC-TEC. As you can see, we've given the Capri a quick wash down. It only had a few rain spots on it and a little bit of splashing off the wheels. That's alright, we've sorted that out. We started the Delorean, which we now know can go back on the road no problem without an MOT, which is great. It's not that it was going to fail, but just sort of saves having to pay for it, so that's great. Started the Fiesta, so that's all up and running again. And I hope you've enjoyed this little sort of car park tech session at our Delorean meet. It was quite a task to do a clutch in a car park, but we managed it and he's happy, so it's all driving lovely again now, so that's great. So we'll end the video there. Remember, obviously I have got an Instagram, MEC_TEC 1985, and I have got Facebook MEC-TEC for little sneak peeks during the week of what I'm up to. If you do like what you see, maybe consider hitting that little subscribe button down there and the bell. I'll tell you every time I upload a video. And if you want to join me soon for more automotive adventures, I'll see you again next time. Cheers guys.